Greetings all and welcome to lesson 4 on AmiBroker. Taking a step ahead from the previous video, today we are going to talk about a few more advanced concepts in AmiBroker formula language, and especially when you build an algorithm in any platform. It can be MT4, it can be TradingView, it can be your Python language. These are few basic problems that you will face on any platform where you will be developing your AFL. So the first difficulty is repainting of AFL. Now what is it? We will learn in detail as we go ahead. The second topic that we're going to talk about is what are the disadvantages of repainting AFL. Third, how to convert and repainting AFL into non-repainting AFL. And fourth, we will take an example of an indicator called as RSI. We will code this RSI AFL from scratch, see how it is repainting in nature, and then we will create a non-repainting version of RSI. In this video also, we will do a little bit of coding. Just like in the previous video, we will be looking about coding in general. We will not go in detail. The idea of this series is not to teach you AFL coding, because there are many different platforms where you can learn about AFL coding. The idea here is to help you solve basic problems and also encourage you to code on AFL. Having said that, let's start the video. First, let's talk about repainting AFL. Now, repainting occurs when the indicator or your algorithmic logic relies on the closing value of the current price bar. Basically, it means if your logic or if your indicator relies on the calculation of the close of the candle, as the current candle keeps fluctuating, the AFL will repaint. Repainting basically means that an entry will come and after a while suddenly the entry will disappear, and after a while it will again reappear in either the same candle or in the next coming candles. Sometimes it will completely disappear. So for a fraction of a second you will see an entry or you will see an exit, and after a while the entry or exit is not at all there. Repainting, as the name suggests, basically means there is a signal or there is a trigger of either entry or exit, and it has vanished or it has repainted itself from the chart. There are several reasons why repainting happens. One of the main reason is when your indicator or when your algorithmic logic relies on the closing value of the current price bar. Apart from this, there are many other reasons because of which repainting can occur, but this is one of the most major and most basic reason. So since the close of a candle oscillates till the actual close occurs, the signal keeps repainting. Now for example, you have an algorithm which is taking in consideration close of a 5 minutes candle. So to explain you visually, let me take an example on AmiBroker itself. So this is my AmiBroker, and in the last video we have developed this EMA crossover AFL right along with you guys. If you're interested to develop this EMA crossover from scratch, I have already explained in detail in my previous video that you can check it out. Coming back to this video, so today we have two moving average crossover. One crossover is in yellow color, the other crossover is in orange color. Now as the candle keeps going up and down, these moving average will also fluctuate depending upon the closing price, because if you have seen the previous video, we have developed EMA based upon the closing price of the candle. Now if I zoom in a little bit, to zoom in I can click on this plus button and run bar replay. I'll run a bar replay. I can click on this bar replay icon, and let us say I will run bar replay for say May 6. And now when I play bar replay, now you will see at 9:15 we are starting the bar replay. This is the first minute of the first 5 minutes candle. Now watch the values of this yellow and orange color moving average. So yellow color moving average is at 1822.99. Orange color moving average is at 1885.06. It is at 9:16. Now this is the first 5 minutes candle. This candle has not yet closed. I'll zoom in a little bit more. Let's go to 9:17. At 9:17, the candle from red has become green. It has moved up, and accordingly this yellow and orange color EMA values have also changed. The yellow color moving average is now at 1883.21 and orange color has become 1885.59. And this will keep happening until and unless this candle completely closes, because at 9:17 the value of 9:17 is considered as the close for these moving averages. As we go to 918, the value will again change. So the EMA moving average values have also changed. At 919 it will again change. At 920 it will again change, and finally these values are locked. Now as we move ahead to next candle, at 921 we have next candle, and as this candle keeps oscillating from 920 to 925, these moving average values also keeps oscillating. That means these values are not stable until and unless the candle is completed, and since they are unstable, they are called as repainting indicators. Now that means they can sometimes generate false entry and false exit. So repainting basically means the signal come and disappear based upon the candle price. I'll show you in detail about repainting as well. And repainting AFL usually provides wrong backtest results and generates wrong entry and exit in automation. This is very important point. So when you're backtesting a certain AFL that is repainting in nature, it can sometimes generate exaggerated results because it is having repainting nature. And especially when you're doing automation where every entry and exit is executed into your broker terminal, repainting AFL can create huge losses because sometimes it can create an entry which will suddenly disappear and whose exit will never come. And if that is the case, you will face a huge loss because in your broker terminal the entry is triggered but there is no exit for that trade. So if the trade goes against you drastically, you will face a huge loss. Let us understand more about repainting in detail. This is my AMI broker again, and now I will zoom out a little bit, and now what I will do is I will just fast forward the play of May 6. I want to see when there is a fresh crossover. So I'll just fast forward the crossovers. So you can see I'm just fast forwarding the crossovers. Alright, so here is an example. Again, watch as yellow color line 1886.33 is above orange color line 1885.33. Now as orange color line will go above yellow color line, we will again get a buy signal. So we're just waiting for this buy signal, and you can see at 1142 we got a buy signal because at 1142 you will see orange color line and yellow color line are almost having the same value 1886.83 and 1886.83. Now at 1143 the orange color line value decreases a little bit and the green color arrow has disappeared. If I go a minute back, at 1142 I saw a buy entry. So this buy would be triggered if you're doing automated trading, and in backtesting at 1143 if this is vanished, this entry will never be visible in the backtest report at all. At 1143 this is vanished, at 1144 it is vanished, at 1145 there is no such entry. Now as we move ahead, at 1146 you get another fresh candle where orange color value is above yellow color EMA value and you have this entry, and as we move ahead this entry is retained, and because of which now this entry will stick here and now this entry won't disappear. But as I've shown you in the live candle, since until and unless the candle close is achieved, every LTP, every last traded price is considered as candle close, because of which sometimes your indicator can generate repainted signal. That means you will see entry for a while, that entry might be triggered with your broker terminal, and when you come back to check on the chart, there is no such entry, right? And this can cause huge losses. How to know whether the current strategy or the current algorithm or current AFL that you are using on your AMI broker, whether it is repainting in nature or not? How to know that? Well, here is a simple step that I've shown you. First, plot entry and exit on your AFL and run bar replay. As simple as that. Just plot entry and exit on your AFL and run bar replay. Check if the signal disappears or not. In bar replay, if the signals are not disappearing, they will not disappear in the live trade as well. But in bar replay, if the signals are disappearing, they will also disappear in the live market. So after you know whether your AFL is repainting or not, in case it is repainting, it will mainly be due to close of the candle or different AFL functions like zig function, ref function. These are major functions which causes repainting nature of an AFL, either close of the candle or zig function or rep function. In the logic, check your AFL thoroughly and check which factor is causing repainting nature, whether it is close of the candle or zig function used or ref function used. And if you find that your AFL is actually repainting, one way to make it non-repainting is shift the entry and exit to the next candle. Usually entry itself is repainting, exits are mostly non-repainting in nature, but in case your exit is also repainting and if there is a need of shifting your entry and exit, you can shift entry and exit by one candle to convert it into non-repainting nature. Apart from shifting to the next candle's opening, the another way is to check your logic and make sure your entry and exit are based upon static values. If your logic is built upon static values, it won't fluctuate, because of which your algorithm will be always non-repainting in nature. But if your algorithm is based upon dynamic value like close of a candle, then you will see a lot of repainting in your algorithm. So as I've shown you repainting moving average crossover, the AFL created in the last session was repainting in nature. So last week, whatever AFL that we have created, the AFL that I've shown you just now was repainting in nature. Let us now identify the problem. We have already identified the problem. We know that EMA close is the culprit here, and because of which our EMA is repainting in nature. Let us now fix this problem by actual coding. Taking you back to our moving average crossover AFL that we have developed, I'll right click, go to edit formula, and this is the formula of our EMA crossover. I'll just zoom in. So this is the AFL that we have developed in previous video. We have taken EMA1, EMA2, points or percentage option, target, stop loss. Then we have done intraday mode, trade start time, no entry time, exit time. We have done all of this, and we have done FC rule, LC rule, entry time, market close. Now we have also plotted EMA1 and EMA2. Then we have taken P buy, P short. We have taken XREM, we have taken flip, and then we have directly given buy and short. Now if you have buy and short written in such a way, and you know that because of indicator the repainting nature is caused, one way, as I said, is to shift the entry and exit to next candle, just to next candle. So what I will do is I'll copy this code, Control A, Control C. I'm going to copy this code, go to a new tab, plus formula number 52 and new formula, Control V, and this is the AFL that we have developed in the previous week. It is the same, exact same AFL. This EMA cross and formula 52 are exactly same. I am just going to edit this formula and show you the difference on the chart. So I'll go back to the line where buy and short are defined. So buy is basically buy zone and entry time, short is short zone and entry time. Now what I will do is I want to shift the entry of buy and short to next candle. How will I do that? It's very simple. Instead of buy, I'll mention it as say buy one, and instead of short, I'll mention it say short one. And now I will create a variable buy equal to ref is basically reference function, and buy one, this is the buy one. So whenever buy one is achieved, and I'll write -1, that means if previous candle has buy one, buy it on the next candle. As simple as that. Similarly, I'll create another variable called as short equal to ref and short one. I'll copy this, paste it here, comma -1. So I'm shifting a candle ahead. Now when I apply this AFL on the same chart, go back and make sure the parameters of both are same. Let us say the parameters are 10 and 20 of chart 1, and the parameter of chart 2, let us say I'll make it again 10 and 20. I'll switch off other unnecessary details. This is my automation panel. I'll teach you about this as we go ahead. Now notice here both AFL are almost same, and if I zoom out, look at the entries and exits. Entry in the above AFL, the AFL that we have developed last week, has come at 1:25 p.m. candle, but in the second AFL where we have used ref function, it has come one candle ahead at 1:30 p.m. Similarly, the entry again for the buy has come at 1:55 in first chart, and in my second chart it has come at 2 o'clock. So ref helps you shift your entry by certain levels. If you use -1, you're shifting it ahead, and if you use +1, you're shifting it backwards. For example, if I go back to the AFL, go to edit formula, scroll down, and here instead of -1, notice here, instead of -1, if I keep it as -2 and -2, it will go ahead by 2 candles. Now as soon as I click on apply, see the candles buy and short have shifted. So now you can see on this candle we got a short in the first AFL, but in the second AFL we have got 2 candles ahead. Similarly here we have got an entry on this particular candle, but in the below AFL we have got it after 2 candles. But we don't need to shift it by 2 candle, 1 candle shift is more than enough. So I'll go back to the AFL formula number 52 and make it -1 and -1. To learn more about rep function, you can check out the documentation of AFL editor. Alright, so we have now shifted our logic by 1 candle, and now let us see whether the repainting issue is resolved or not by comparing both the AFLs in bar replay. Going back to the bar replay, playing again, you can see moving average values are going similarly, but the crossover is coming a little late. If I slow down the speed and if I play and stop it and go step by step, look at the moving average values: 1888.65, 1887.45, below also it is 188.65, 1887.45, and the prices are also same. So as we go ahead, everything remains same. The moving average values, the price, everything remains same in both upper and below chart. The only thing is we are shifting the entry to a next candle after our confirmation. Showing this to you again, you can see on the upper chart we have got a buy entry, but in the below chart, since we have moved the entry 1 candle ahead, we have not got any entry so far. And at 11:43, when the signal disappeared in the first chart, nothing has happened in the second chart because we never got an entry. As we move ahead, now at 11:46 you got an entry in the first chart, but we are shifting our entry by 1 candle. So 11:47, 11:48, 11:49. At 11:50, when there is a confirmation that yes, there is a crossover, only then after 11:50 we will get a buy on the next candle. So this buy is by default non-repainting in nature because it is confirming in the previous candle whether there was an actual buy or not. In the previous candle, since there was a buy, this buy will now remain static, it won't change at all. So one way to make your existing AFL non-repainting in nature is by shifting the entry to a next candle. Now a lot of people that I come across in my webinars, in my seminars, when I speak to them one-on-one, a lot of people say that I don't want to shift my entry by 1 candle because what if I miss a big rally? What if suddenly there is an entry and I miss that rally? What will happen then? Well, then God bless you, because honestly no one can save you from becoming bankrupt, because you are worrying only about what if you are missing the rally. But what if there is a wrong entry without any exit? You will lose a lot. But people fail to think that way. They just want to make money overnight. For such people we don't have any answers, but this is one way to basically make a repainting AFL into non-repainting in nature. Second way is to change the calculation of the moving average itself. Not only moving average, you can be using maybe MACD, RSI, Bollinger Band. You might be using any indicator or any logic. If your logic is based upon candle close and you know that till the candle is not completed, candle will keep oscillating. Instead of having a calculation based upon the candle close, let us have the calculation on candle open. So that way, once the candle is opened, the opening value of the candle is fixed. Moving average will never repaint. I'll again recreate the below AFL and show it to you. So what I will do is I have 2 AFLs. The above one, as I said, is repainting in nature. Second one we have moved by 1 candle. It is non-repainting in nature. Now I'll take back this repainting AFL, go to edit formula. This is the EMA average crossover formula. I'll copy it, Control A, Control C. Go to a new formula, Control V. Now here, if I zoom in, and now if I go down to the buy and short criteria, you can see buy and short is based upon BZ and entry time, short is SZ and entry time. In formula number 52, we have used ref function. Here, instead of using ref function, I will change the EMA calculation logic itself. So if I go up, you will see EMA 1 is based upon closing value and EMA 2 is also based upon closing value. So instead of close, I'll change it to open. I'll just write O. That's it. Now the EMA crossover calculation is based upon open. I'll again write it, say O. That's it. And now when I click on apply and close it, you will see this third AFL is based upon moving average based upon the opening price. So right click, go to parameters, again change the parameter to say 10 and 20 and switch off all the message box and other automation tool. Now before doing the bar replay also, I want to show you that see, moving average value of the third chart is a little bit different than first and second chart. In first and second chart, since the moving average is based upon the closing price of candle, it is same 1909.48, 1909.08, same 1909.48, 1909.08. But since the moving average here is based upon the opening price of the candle, it is 1910.23, 1910.13. It is slightly different because opening and closing price of the candles are always different. Now if I do the bar replay, I want to show you a major difference. Look at the difference. Now I'll play the bar replay. Now you notice that at 9:15 the candle has started and the candle has started for all the three charts. Now look at the value 1887, 1885, 1887, 1885, and here the values are slightly different, 1888 and 1885. Once the opening is established, the moving average values are fixed. Now moving average will not fluctuate. In chart 1 and chart 2, moving average will fluctuate till the candle is complete, but in chart 3 moving average will not fluctuate. See, at 9:17 also moving average on chart 1 and chart 2 have changed, but here it has not changed. It is same 188.32 and 1885.38 itself. At 9:18 only chart 1 and chart 2 moving average have changed. In chart 3 it has not changed. 9:19 nothing has changed. 9:20 nothing has changed. Now at 9:21 values will change and again they will remain static till the completion of candle, because as soon as there is a candle opening we got the value. Now the candle opening value will never change until and unless the candle is closed, and hence the moving average will never change and it will never be repainting. As we go ahead, you will see that the moving average value only for chart 1 and chart 2 is changing. For chart 3 moving average value remains static till the candle gets completed. Coming to the point where moving average 1 was repainting, let us go to that point itself again. At 11:42 we got an entry in candle number in chart number 1, which is repainting in nature. In chart number 2 there was no crossover. In chart number 3 also there was no crossover. At 11:43 here in the chart 1 the signal disappeared. Chart 2 and chart 3 are unaffected. 11:44 nothing has changed. At 11:45 nothing has changed. 11:46 you got an entry in chart number 1, but chart 2 and chart 3 are still unaffected. 11:51 is when you got an entry in chart 2 and chart 3. The next candle you got an entry, and you can see that entry won't disappear in chart 2 or chart 3 at all. So there are two ways to convert your AFL into non-repainting in nature. First, as I've said, is shift the entry to the next candle. Only after confirmation it will generate an entry and exit. Or second way is to switch your logic to a constant variable, like candles open is a constant variable but candles close is a dynamic variable, right? So in your algorithm you might have a different constant variable, so shift your logic based upon constant variable. In my example it was candles open. Your logic can be anything, or shift the entry to a next candle. In both the ways you can convert a repainting AFL into non-repainting AFL. So few facts on technical indicators before we move ahead. 90% of the indicator we use rely on candle close and hence are repainting. You can use super trend, moving average, MACD, RSI, Bollinger Band, Ichimoku. You can use absolutely any indicator in the market. 90% of them rely on candle close and hence they are repainting in nature. Either shift the entry to the next candle or switch to candles open instead of candle close to make it non-repainting. We need to convert to non-repainting before using it for backtesting or automation, as explained to you already. And keywords like close, zig, ref, etc. usually cause repainting of AFL. So whenever you are checking your AFL, check whether the repainting is because of these words like close, like zig or ref. Mainly these are the culprits. Let us create an AFL on RSI and make it non-repainting. Let us just make it non-repainting by default. So I'm going to create another AFL called as RSI and make it non-repainting in nature. I'll open another chart, go to new blank chart, go to AFL editor, and I already have an RSI indicator that I have developed for you. So I'll just zoom in and I'll just go through the overview. As I said, first few lines are for candlestick plotting. In the previous video I've explained you this. Then we have intraday time, trade start time, no entry time, exit time, points or percentage, target, stop loss. All these variables will remain same. New variable that we are adding is RSI period. So we are asking user what RSI period they want. RSI 14, RSI 10, RSI 15. By default I've given RSI 15. They can increase by 1 from minimum of 1 all the way till 200. We have used FCLC rule again, entry time, market close time, as in the previous moving average AFL. Then we have plotted an RSI line. RSI line is nothing but RSI of RSI period. Now notice here, while plotting RSI line, there is no option of close of candle or open of candle. There is no such option. So since there is no such option, the only way to make RSI non-repainting is by shifting the entry by one candle. So I am saying that I want to buy, there is a P buy, RSI line goes below 30 and crosses it above, and I want to short when RSI goes above 70 and crosses it below. Now here by default I have said that I want to buy when this P buy happens in the previous candle, and I want to short when this P short happens in the previous candle. I have already used this ref function -1. So by using this ref and -1, I have already made my AFL non-repainting in nature. Although because of this my entry will be shifted one candle ahead, but that's okay. Rest everything remains same. Buy and short, open long, open short, we use flip, we use value when, then we use if loop for buy price target, short price target. Rest everything is exactly the same. Now when I apply this AFL, the AFL looks like this. You can see that on applying RSI AFL I have candlesticks chart and the entry and exit arrows. I don't have RSI indicator plotted on it. So whenever you are using a lower indicator, that won't be plotted along with the chart. You will have to plot it separately. So I can go to charts. Even if you don't plot it, it's okay, because you're already getting entry and exit, right? But if you want to visually see it and if you want to plot it, it's okay. You can just drag and drop this RSI into a blank chart and that's it. So here I have RSI parameter as 15, and in my AFL also I have RSI parameter as 15. I will switch off other unnecessary things that are already here. So now you will see that I have 70 level mark and 30 level mark, and RSI is going above and below it. So and RSI value is written here. Right now at this particular candle RSI value is 63. Now as I go ahead, you will see RSI value has gone to 70 here. RSI value has gone to 70. I want to create an algorithm where when RSI goes above 70 and comes back, I want to take an entry. So RSI has gone above 70. On the next candle, it has gone below 70. See, from 70 it has come down to 69.68. Now instead of generating an entry on this candle, I am generating entry on next candle because I want to make it non-repainting in nature. Similarly, if I go back and show you some more entries, for example, maybe say this buy. Yes, so we had a gap down and then we had these candle where RSI went below 30. RSI value is 26, as you can see here. RSI value has become 31. On the second candle, RSI has come from 26 above 30. So now on the opening of next candle, I will take a trade. So as you can see here, on the opening of next candle, I have taken a trade. So I am basically shifting my entries by one candle to make it non-repainting in nature. So that's it for today. In the next lesson, we will learn about backtesting. What is backtesting and why you should do it. Second, we will talk about importance of backtesting. Then we will learn how to backtest using normal AFL. And fourth, we will talk about different ways of backtesting. There are many ways of backtesting, by the way. and then we will develop a universal code that will help you backtest any algorithm. So we'll learn all of these important points in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Spread knowledge cause it's free. And if you like our content, do like this video, subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends and family. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.